France has started conscription again, and they said, quote, "Our young generation must be ready to stand up for their nation." However, you need to know that France has actually done this in a way that looks kind of appealing. Specifically, rather than young people being forced to join the military as part of conscription, France has actually turned it into a volunteer program, at least that's what they say. However, rather than people just giving up their lives for a year so that they can join the military, France is actually going to be paying them for doing this, more than in some cases they would get from working a normal job. This volunteer military service that France has just introduced actually lasts 10 months, and it's a way for French citizens to get involved in the military. But the French government actually has a different reason for doing it. They said, quote, "France cannot remain idle. We need mobilization." I think France knows there'd be huge backlash if they forced people to join the military, so this might be their next best way of doing it. And France also said, quote, "This move was inspired by our European partners at a time when our allies advanced in response to the growing Russian threat that weighs on us all." That's right, France is actually doing this solely in response to Russia building up their military in Eastern Europe. Although the French President Macron kind of spoke on that, he said, quote, "We absolutely reject any idea suggesting we are going to send our young people to Ukraine." So France says completely unrelated to the Ukraine situation, but this is a way for young people in France to join the military and get paid for it and only be in there for 10 months rather than signing their life away. But it's all being done to prepare for a war with Russia, so you can leave me a follow for some more global news like this.